Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Boardmasters with me, Chris Mullins. And tonight I want to do a video sort of updating on the Kickstarters I backed, because I guess over the past 18 months, probably since I started really using Kickstarter with Return to Dark Tower, I backed so many games and it always felt like some mythical time in the future that they'd actually turn up. But obviously in the last week or so, if you followed the channel, you would know that Roll Camera has arrived, Cascadia has arrived, Tinner's Trail is due to arrive tomorrow and should be getting unboxed on the channel next week. So I thought I'd have a look through everything I've backed and just do an update on the games that are due soon. So these are all ones that are in transit as we speak. So they have managed to bypass the horrendous shipping container and freight issues that are absolutely crippling the industry at the moment. There are many other videos that are far more informed than me. I know Board Game Co and Quackalape have done some on the subject where basically the cost of shipping containers has rocketed and getting hold of a ship is incredibly difficult. And yeah, it just means all of our beloved Kickstarters and everything are facing massive delays, and the incredible people who make them are facing incredibly high costs compared to what they were quoted, a year ago. I think there was an update from about the Shivers today where the quote for freight in July last year was 10,000, now it's 60,000. So it's a very, very tough time for the industry and especially the people who are making the games. So we've all got to come together and support these people because they make the things that we absolutely love. But all that being said, I'm going to dive into the games that are either on the water or on the road. So will hopefully be with me by the end of September. And first up, we have got the beautiful Canopy by Tim Eisner. And this was the second game that I ever backed after Return to Dark Tower. And it's funny, I always say Return to Dark Tower is the one that really got me into it, but it was, I think, 3 or 4 months before I actually backed anything else. And then I backed Canopy, again following a video from Quackalape, and this is where it really started to snowball for me. So in terms of the updates for the UK, so games are headed to backers and will hopefully arrive by September the 10th. And then obviously it takes 7 to 10 days to get it off the boat, unloaded, packed, and then moved to the Spiral Galaxy, the fulfillment partner, and then hopefully it will be with me by the end of September. But again, just a very, very beautiful game with an incredible theme, incredible artwork, and the gameplay video Quackalape did looked very interesting and very fun in that you're really trying to balance your ecosystem. So having too much of one plant is just as damaging as not having enough, and fire can be hugely destructive but also helps your seeds to bloom, and just very accurate and gorgeous, and I can't wait. Next one is probably the lowest profile game on that I've backed, and it's one of a few, like Tinner's Trail and Pirates of Penryn came from Sea Griffin Games as well, that pretty much anything that's made by anyone local I'm gonna support. And again, this one, very short update. They're not too exact. So the boat is on the water as of July 27th. It was off the coast of Sri Lanka, and they're hoping to get the games packing towards us in a month or so from that date of July 27th. So obviously it's been about 3 weeks since that point, so it may well be that the next couple of weeks I will be getting this one. And again, it's not necessarily something I would normally back, as it's kind of like a dexterity thing where you have these planks and you're loading them up with dice and you're sort of trying to build the biggest tower you can, and you can either work together to build a giant tower, or you can act like a true pirate and try and sabotage the other people to see these big towers come crumbling down because the loser is the one who knocks it over. But good price point, looks fun, nice and colourful, and like to support anyone who is local in the industry, because there isn't many in the deepest, darkest southwest regions of England. The next one is one that I keep forgetting, to be honest. Hello, Binks. What are you up to? Endangered and the new species expansion. So this is a game that obviously I missed first time round because it was long before I got into the hobby. So I keep saying so, and I'm very sorry about that. It seems to be stuck in my head now. But this is one with an incredible theme because, you know, I have an electric car, very conscious about the environment and protecting species. We were supposed to be in Kenya right now looking at these beautiful animals, but sadly with COVID that wasn't to be. But then discovering a game where you work together to save animals was something that really, really appealed to me. And as you can see, the intended schedule is that the boat was supposed to be sailing on the 13th of August, which was a week ago. And then if it did leave that day, it would be the 20th and 9th. So hopefully start being dispatched at the end of September. So again, that sort of 5-6 week bracket. But again, a game very similar to Canopy, really, only in that beautiful artwork focusing on conservation and appreciating nature. And again, that's something I'm really, really passionate about and can't wait to... I can't wait to play it, but on the flip side, it does sound awfully depressing if you do fail and, you know, if you fail, basically the animal's gone extinct, which is... yeah, a bit sad, but hopefully we'll avoid that when we get to playing it. The next one is Kabuto Sumo, and this is very different from anything I've backed before because I don't back these sort of dexterity games at all generally. In terms of Europe, this one may take a little bit longer because they don't split Europe and UK. So I imagine UK is part of this Europe shipment that's going to the Germany fulfillment centre, so it may well take longer to get to me once it's there. But again, it's looking like the end of August when they arrive there, so we'll ship out early September. So hopefully by mid-September, I will be able to push these beetles around, and I think this might be the game where I'll be able to actually get Mother on the channel because she's obsessed with 2-penny machines. Every time she goes on holiday, I get a big bundle of key rings or something that she's won on the 2p slot machines. Or 2-penny push machine things, and so a board game that recreates that is something that I can hopefully lure her into. And also, I've been a big fan of wrestling in the past. I've gone to an awful lot of live shows. A lot of my friends are big wrestling fans, so giving them the chance to play as Beatles, that's sort of based on Mick Foley and Ric Flair, I believe, is in here as well. If I can ever find... well, there's Cactus Jack, so that's Mick Foley, obviously. I think the Ric Flair one was in the expansion. If I can find him... or maybe not. Who knows? It's been a while since I looked at it. He's in there somewhere, I'm sure of it. But again, should be here in the next month, and looks like a whole lot of fun, and one that I can play with Alex, which is always a bonus for me. And this one, Dinosaur World, which I am super excited about. I'm not getting the raw and right, because I don't know if I like raw and rights, and I'm not prepared to dive in at this point. This one, in terms of the UK, is in transit to Fulfillment Centre in Germany. Again, same as Kabuto Sumo. And it's near... off the coast of the UK now. So again, should start seeing fulfillment at the beginning of September. Dinosaur Island, the precursor to this one, is one of the first games that featured on the channel. I think it was the second one that got a review with me and Chris. We both gave it a 9, I believe, from memory. Absolutely love this game, love the theme. My biggest complaint with Dinosaur Island was the fact that I got the retail version, so I had the horrible pink meeples. So all the meeples were Triceratops, whether you were creating a T-Rex or a Brachiosaurus, you had to use a Triceratops, which really annoyed me. So the fact that I'm getting all of these bright, beautiful, colourful meeples, and I'm getting all the expansions with their beautiful meeples as well. And you've got the hexes to build out. You've got your jeeps to do tours around the park. It just looks like an awful lot more of everything we loved about the first game. And yeah, can't wait for that. Hopefully that will be probably one of the first ones out of this bundle to feature on the channel. The next one is one that I always lose track of because I backed it on the Kickstarter, then I cancelled it, then I backed it again, then I cancelled it, and then I late pledged it because I just could not resist it. And again, this last update was the 2nd of August, so it's been the container bound from Europe will be loaded the week after, so that should be this week, and then obviously give it a month to transit, and then a couple of weeks after that to start fulfilling. Hopefully Lizard Wizard will be coming end of September. And this is another one. It's absolutely beautiful. Love the artwork. The theme is that obviously you're recruiting wizards and trying to gain money. It's got a marketplace system, which none of my other games really do. You have the risk and reward going down into the dungeon. So yeah, here's the marketplace. Well, I guess I do have that in Honeybuzz, but probably not to this extent. So you're manipulating the market, you're set collecting, you're risk-free reward. You've got beautiful, stunning quality components. And just lots and lots of very nice, good stuff that I always forget about because, as I said, I late pledged it, so I never remember the updates are actually coming. And the same goes for the last one. And this is one I'm probably the most excited about, but also the most annoyed about, because this is the one game where I exercised some restraint and just backed the base game, and all the expansions look absolutely stunning, and I'm very upset that I haven't got them coming. But in terms of UK, the Awakened Realms are doing something very different due to, as I mentioned at the beginning, the whole shipping situation, skyrocketing container prices. So they have actually sent ours by road. So there is a truck somewhere out east at the moment that should take about 30-35 days to trundle its way along to the fulfillment center. It was starting around the 3rd. When did it start? Should start its journey this Friday, so that would have been the 6th. So 30-35 days from there, it's going to be the first half of September, and then give it a week or two to fulfill to me. Again, end of September. And again, if you followed my channel at all, you'll know I'm a big fan of Awakened Realms. So this was one that was on Kickstarter before I got into the hobby, but then found out about the late pledge, so dived in. These minis look absolutely stunning. I have got those on Sundrop as well. But yeah, I am, in hindsight, absolutely livid that I didn't back the expansions, particularly the Siege Engine one, I think it is. They have, because they look absolutely gorgeous. I think I've got the Genghis Khan expansion because that is a stretch goal, so that's fine with this beautiful mini here. And then we've got the wall upgrade, so the whole point is that you're building a wall or you're building the Great Wall to fence off the invading Mongols. And you've got these extra, again, look how, these are just absolutely stunning. I love the artwork. This sort of oriental armed warriors is something that I don't have in my collection at all, and it's going to look incredible. But yeah, I didn't get the meeples as well. It's one of the only time I was actually tempted to get both because the meeples look really cute as well. But yeah, these are where I started to kick myself really. I mean, the meeples, I mean, look how gorgeous they are. I would have loved those on the channel, and there are updates with these in, and they look stunning as well. And same with the Ancient Beasts. I mean, they look outstanding. I'm hoping there'll be some way of getting them, although I don't think it's going to be like a Tainted Grail or something like that where they open the Pledge Manager again. I mean, fingers crossed, I'm hoping they will, but I am doubtful, shall we say. But you never know. But that is it really for this video. That is the 7 games that are in transit to me at the moment, which is very, very exciting, and these will all be getting featured on the channel within the next 2 months, certainly with unboxings. I don't imagine I'll get them all to gameplay yet because, well, I've still got Tinner's Trail and Roll Camera and Cascadia that I've got to get to the table, and with me being away next week, that's just delaying everything. So hopefully we will catch up throughout September and October, and then at that point, hopefully there will be another bundle in transit, because like I said, I think I had about 30 to 40 that I backed over the past 15, 18 months, and they are going to start trickling through, which is very exciting for me and hopefully exciting for you. But that is it, as I said, so I'm going to leave the video there. So thank you very much for watching. Look after yourself, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye-bye now.